Howdy class, Doc Halak here. Hey, hope you guys are all doing well wherever you're bunkered down at. Keep safe and be wise in all that you're doing these days. When you leave your home, make sure that you're being wise about things that you touch, people that you get close to, and so forth. Anyway, I'm here today because I want to show you some help for getting a Zoom conference recorded. Some of you have never done that before. Some of you may have, and you're comfortable with it, and that's fine. Then just skip me and go on and get your stories done. But for those of you who have never used Zoom or have never recorded on Zoom, that's what I'm here to help you with right now. I tried to find some good tutorials out there on YouTube. Couldn't find anything quickly, so I'm just going to do it myself. Okay, so here's first of all, I'm going to show you how to access Zoom from the K-State homepage. Okay, so you should be seeing my screen right now. You should be seeing the K-State homepage. And what you're going to do is you're just going to go up here to the sign in up at the top right corner. And you want to sign into Connect right here. It's the very first one. Let me go ahead and get there. It might be a little bit slow. My internet's being a little bit slow here. Okay, so you get this page, and this should look familiar to you. You can access your inbox, your calendar, all that stuff. If you'll scroll down here about 2/3 of the way down, here you see Zoom video conferencing. And what you're going to do is just go ahead and hit host a meeting, then select schedule a meeting. And there you go. There's your schedule options right there when you get ready to share. So go ahead. I always like to name a meeting. Bob's interview test meeting. Okay. That way I just know who it is and what it's from, and when you record it, that name will also get identified in your recording automatically. Okay. So the next thing is, when is the interview? Go ahead and schedule it with your calendar. Get a time in there. One thing about the time, there's only a 12-hour cycle on this drop down, and then you have to select whether it's AM or PM. So make sure you're selecting the right time, and the default duration is an hour. If you need to increase that, I'd go better safe than sorry. So give it a little bit more time than what you think you might need. However, I've never had Zoom kick me off completely when I'm in the middle of a Zoom meeting. Okay. All of this information should be default, should be just fine. They automate a meeting identification. Don't require a meeting password, and just leave all this stuff default all the time. Okay. This one here, meeting options, enable join before host. That one often is not selected for a default, but if you select it the first time, it usually stays. I would recommend doing that. That way, if your interview gets online before you do, they'll open up Zoom and everything will be ready to go for them when you show up. All these things here, you can select just as you need them. The breakout room, you probably won't need. It's a place where if you've got a large class, a student and the instructor can go and they can have a private conversation, or a group of students can go in there and plan their project or whatever. Okay, so that's all you need to do to set it up. Go ahead and hit save, and you'll get a window that looks like this next. There's not much information there that you need to pay attention to, except over here on the right, about halfway in the middle, you see copy the invitation. I always like to do that rather than just send the URL. That way, if people are not on a computer, if they're using a cell phone or some other device, what the copy invitation gives you is it gives you phone numbers, so forth. So if someone is just joining in by phone, they can call a phone number. Right here is the URL that they can get on if they can do that. But some people don't have enough broadband, or there might be other reasons why they may join by phone. Hopefully none of your interviews will do that because we need video of their interviews, but that's why those are there. Then just click on copy meeting invitation. You can cancel and close out of that, and then you can send that link through email. And you're all set to go. At this time, I'm going to click back to me. I know it's not great looking at me, but hey, it's the only face you got right now. So hey, I'm back. I want to show you now how you set up the actual Zoom meeting and controls and record. You should all be familiar with the mute and stop and record or camera functions down in the lower left-hand corner. Make sure that if you've got multiple cameras or multiple microphones connected to your computer, that you select the correct one. Okay. Then you have all your controls down here. What I was just using is the share, and I don't know if this is going to show up on this recording, but I'm going to go ahead and hit share again. And what you'll see is all the different windows that you have open on your desktop, and you have a couple other devices here that most of you probably won't have. But you can select which window that you want to record, or rather you want to share or whatnot. Okay, so there I just selected that. I'll stop sharing again. Chat function, I think most people are familiar with. Click that and you can have a text talk with some of the people that are participating. And then here's the pause and stop recording. I'm not going to hit stop recording because that's what I'm doing right now, but all you have to do is start your recording. But before you get there, let me show you, I'm going to share my screen again with you. Better do that on my other monitor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to zoom.us. I'm going to select preferences. This will be a little bit different if you're on a PC, but this is the way it is on a Mac. Select preferences, and then you can go in and check your settings. And you can check general settings, video, audio, you can do all that. But the one that you want to pay attention to here is recording. Hit the recording, and this is where it's going to store the recording at. Now I've selected my desktop. If you haven't selected anything already, it's probably going to put it into movies or documents or something. But make sure that you just browse to the place where you want this recording to be saved. Okay, so do that, and then you're all set to go, and you can come back to your window and start your meeting, and make sure you hit the record button after you get there, and then everything should work just great for you. Please feel free to give me a call or email me or text me, however you need to get a hold of me if I can help you in any way. I hope this tutorial is working for you, and I wish you luck in gathering your stories.